Consumer inflation has continued on a downward trajectory, getting closer to the midpoint of the Reserve Bank's target bracket. Stats SA data shows annual consumer inflation for July decelerated to 4.6% from 5.1% in June. The main contributors to the annual inflation rate were housing and utilities, miscellaneous goods and services, food and non-alcoholic beverages and transport. The consumer price index increased by 0.4% month on month in July. Consumer inflation is at its lowest in 3 years. Food inflation edged lower from 4.1% in June to 3.9% in July. The bread and cereals category, however, recorded an increase of 5.6% compared to 5.2% in June. Transport inflation slowed down to 4.2% in July from 5.5% the previous month. The price of petrol declined by R1.05 in July, while a diesel price decreased by 30 cents per litre in the month. Lower inflation boosts chances that the Reserve Bank may cut interest rates, bringing some much-needed relief to indebted consumers.
Annual consumer price inflation slowed to 4.6% in July from 5.1% in June. This inflation print is the lowest in 3 years, that is, since July 2021, when the rate was also 4.6%. Lower annual rates were recorded for several product groups, most notably food and non-alcoholic beverages, transport and housing and utilities. The monthly increase in the CPI was 0.4%, higher than the 0.1% increase recorded from June. The annual rate for food and non-alcoholic beverages was 4.5% in July. That's down from 4.6% in June and continuing the slowing inflation trend since its most recent high of 9%, which was in November 23.